We have been making our way through the parade line. We had some of the different groups, the team ownership, the coaches, and now the buses are starting to approach our Danielle Stein, where she is at the beginning of that parade route. Let's check in with her.
Yeah, we've got the real show beginning right now. The buses are rolling on through. These are the players. The first bus, we had Brandon Bussey leading the charge. Of course, we saw him between the pipes in the end of the Stanley Cup final, and he became such a big part of the story of the end of this season, what he was able to do in his heroics. All right, taking a look up here at this next bus. We've got Jarvis, we've got Stankoven, we've got Anderson, we've got Miller, Chatfield, some big names on this team starting to come through as well. You can see they have their family, friends, wives, girlfriends joining them for this moment. The crowd is just going crazy. As you can see, confetti starting to fall from the parking deck above us. This is 7 floors of people cramming into the parking deck to get a glimpse and a little bit of shade as well. We got another bus that's coming. It looks like it's being held up right now, but already some big names. You got someone in a wig. I couldn't tell who that was. But yeah, they're here to party. They are here to have some fun. And the guys know how to do that. And they've been partying all week, it seems like.
Yeah, we've seen them really all over the state taking that trophy anywhere and everywhere they could. Oh, there you see it on the right there. Somebody up front holding up the Stanley Cup as they go through another intersection.
We've got a lot of fans here, too. Yeah, tell us a little bit about what today's been like for you to see the players all rolling through. So amazing. We're originally from Connecticut, so we were Whalers fans, so it's so exciting to see them bring the cup home here. It's so exciting. There's the cup right there. Let's take a look at it right now. Lord Stanley back here in Carolina, lifted above. You can see that 35-pound cinder block paying off as that is going high above the crowds right there. What a moment as the Stanley Cup is paraded through the city of Raleigh once again 20 years later.
Oh man, I get the chills just watching that video. Danielle, what is it like seeing it in person?
That was unbelievable. I mean, this is what everyone's been waiting for, a glimpse of Lord Stanley. And, of course, the guys have all been getting their chance of holding it, taking care of it, drinking out of it, whatever they want to be doing, putting their baby in it. I think we saw a couple shots of guys doing that as well, too. But, yeah, this is just, you're seeing now the crowds are starting to move because that was the last bus, and everyone's going to try to migrate down to City Plaza to be at that ending celebration, hearing those speeches. So you're starting to see a lot of movement now because people are all going to try to walk that 1.2 miles down to City Plaza to get to where the party's at.
Oh boy, looks so fun. Jordan Stahl holding the MVP trophy there. Not sure who's actually holding the Stanley Cup trophy from our vantage point, but we are going to attempt to see that coming up here in a little bit. We know that Lauren Tier is a little bit delayed down the parade. Let's check in with her now.
Yeah, guys, I'm still out here. I said it once, I'll say it again. These are some dedicated fans, and to prove it to you, we're going to talk to these folks over here on the sidewalk. All right, I am here with, what's your name?
Sherry.
Sherry was out here at 6:15. Sherry, you want to tell me why you were out here so early?
Because I love Rod Brindamore and Amy Brindamore and the Carolina Hurricanes.
And you have some fun people with you. Tell me about
brother and sister from Ohio. And then a lot of people I work with at St. Timothy's, we love them all.
Okay, so this is a Cleveland crew. They drove 9 hours to be here, left at 5 p.m. last night, got in around 2 a.m. And you wouldn't know. Did you guys get any sleep at all?
No, it didn't matter. This is so fun. This is so exciting. We couldn't miss it. It was worth the 9-hour drive all day. Oh, yeah.
You love to hear it. I mean, you want to talk about dedication. That is something else. And you know what? I bet there are dozens of people in this crowd with very similar stories because everyone here loves the Canes. Do we love the Canes? just keeps going. Yep. Oh, we've got the chants going already. Of course, this parade is still rolling through. So many fun things to see. We just saw a gentleman pass by in a trailer holding up the cinder block. I know Danielle was telling a little bit about that backstory. What a cool thing to see. And it's so cool to see all of these fans join in with this hype. So many honking horns. We've got all these fancy cars coming through. Let's go, Canes! Woo! Very exciting stuff over here. And of course, no, this excitement is nowhere near. We're all patiently waiting.
Yes, it looks so fun. And, you know, sorry about all the delays here. We've got, you know, think about 100,000 people in one area.
And you know, everyone's using their streaming, right? Everyone's taking their videos and doing all that.
Right.
You know what, Lauren? I love to see all the different T-shirts and all the different logos, too. In Rod, we trust. Just classic. Such good stuff.
So good. Hey, Logan Campbell is at the area where the parade is ending. How's it looking there, Logan?
Hey Chad, well yeah, things are getting a little bit rowdy here, and let me just show you why. We have a group of boys who have decided to take it upon themselves to climb up the side of a building and go on the roof. As you can see, there's well over 10, there's probably 20 up there now. They're helping each other up. Everyone is just trying to get the best angle that they can to see the Carolina Hurricanes come through. And we even have people in a building clambering the windows up in a building on the side of Davie and Fayetteville Street. Everyone just wants to see the Stanley Cup champions, and deservedly so. It's the first time in 20 years that the Cup is back in Raleigh, and it's just a party. We have the horn guys next to us. My head is ringing just a little bit, but it's worth it. The fans have been loud. It has been crazy down here. We had the broadcasting team just come through. Everyone was going insane when they saw them. We're still waiting for the players. Everyone is holding their signs up, just eagerly waiting for the Stanley Cup champions to make it around the corner here at the end of the parade.
And when they get there, Logan, we just saw what it was like when they went through where Danielle was, and the place went wild. So I can't wait for them to get to you.
Oh gosh, we're gonna have to come live here. I'm sure you're gonna not be able to hear me because it's been so loud the entire time.
Yeah,
it's true. It's like that you know, like put your microphone closer to your mouth because we can't hear you. Logan, thank you so much. They should be there momentarily. And you know what? They're going to be passing by Ben Briscoe momentarily as well. Ben Briscoe, where are you right now and what are you seeing?
It is so exciting out here as people wait for these players to come by. I want to show you, it is packed all the way back to the storefronts. There is no standing room, and if you try to get through, it's like weaving and bobbing like this. I saw a poor guy with a double stroller, couldn't do it. Every time that truck honks their horn, let's go Canes! It's so much fun out here. We are full of people from all over, including some Chapel Hill folks. Why'd you come out here today?
I mean, we're Canes fans for the last 6 years. We were Red Wings, but we were like, come on, the Canes got it all. They got the Stanley Cup.
Sounds like you made a good decision to change finally.
We sure did. Heck yeah, go Canes!
What do you like about the Canes?
They are my favorite team.
Why?
My favorite team.
Why?
I've been a hockey fan since I was a kid, and I'm above anything I've ever been in my entire life. Go Canes! Let's go!
You guys are way back here in the corner, can't really see the parade. Why is it still important to be here?
So I remember, I grew up in North Carolina, so I can remember watching it with my parents in 2006 when we won, so it's really exciting like 20 years later to like see it come back.
Who would have thought 20 years later?
I know, who would have thought, yeah.
They're not the only fans in town. Where are you guys from?
We're from Raleigh. We lived here for the last 3 years.
Okay, why do you like the Canes?
I mean, look, it's bringing everyone together. Look how fun this is.
When you say everyone, it's such a diverse crowd out here.
I know, everyone's here. How could you not?
What's your favorite thing about the Canes?
Oh, the team. The team is awesome. I love it.
What about you?
The electric like forecheck, and they just go in there and they score, and they also clicked on the power play at the end of the series.
For me, it had to be, though, those 3 goals back to back to back in just a few seconds. What did you think when you saw that?
We just lost our ever-loving minds.
We lost our minds. It was awesome.
Okay, and the shutout game at the end of the series, come on.
Bussy's the man.
We were at Teats, and we got champagne showers just like the team, so it was great.
Lots of fun out here. They're just waiting for the players to come by now, and I'm sure it's going to erupt into a madness out here on the street, guys.
Yeah, Ben, I'm glad that she talked about how it brings people together, because I have seen so many posts since Sunday of there are not many things that can bring Duke fans, Carolina Tar Heel fans, and NC State fans together like hockey here.
It is so very true, and that's what sports has the ability to do that. You know, and we're all right. We're looking at
Head coach Rod Brindamore right
Look at
there.
that.
Boy, he is just
In Rod we trust.
on top of the world today. Kind of surprised he has his shirt on after all of those pictures of him went viral the other day of him hoisting the trophy shirtless. But boy, he has just had an incredible career so far.
No
I mean, thinking
kidding.
back to 2006 when he was a captain on the team, and to win it then, and we showed pictures earlier this week of him riding in a convertible down those likely same streets of Raleigh 20 years ago, and now to hoist the trophy again as a coach has just got to be an incredible feeling.
It's just one of these things where today it's all about memories, right? And it's not just about the team, it's also about the fans. Ben was talking to the one person who was saying, you know, we really can't see very well. It's really not a matter of that, right? It's about having that camaraderie, it's having that friendship, and having this moment to be able to celebrate together. It's something that you'll never forget.
The fellowship of it all. And we are seeing from this vantage point now, the buses coming by with the players on top, these double-decker buses. And we know that we will eventually see the bus with the Stanley Cup. I believe it's the last bus. And we know that, boy, just think about how much fun these players are having. You know, when we were talking to Danielle earlier, every team of every sport wants to win a championship.
Sure.
And only a very small percentage of them actually get to that point. And so for these guys to have this win, to have this on their bucket list,
Right.
and to cross it off has got to be just an unbelievable feeling.
Right, because I mean, this is what it's all about, right? You do the practicing. I mean, this is decades in the making for the players, right? They probably played when they're younger,
Oh, yeah.
in college, went on and, you know, trying to find the right fit. And it's also, you know, we talked about synergy. Like, you have to have that in a team.
Yeah.
And that's what this team had. I mean, anybody who watched this season and watched the final, it was just, it was a roller coaster of emotion,
Yeah,
right? But then when it
absolutely.
came down to Game 6 in Vegas, wow, right? Everyone just, that's another one of those moments that nobody is ever going to forget.
And we have approached the end of the parade here, so we see what Danielle was telling us about earlier, kind of the mass exodus, everybody migrating to the end of the parade where they will be having this rally. But boy, just so cool to see. You know, and the city of Raleigh predicted there were going to be about 100,000 people at this parade, and we've heard from several of our people out there that it feels like it's more than that. A good example of that. So on Sunday for Game 6, ahead of the game, Lenovo Center was selling $10 tickets to watch the game inside Lenovo Center. Obviously, it was an away game in Vegas, so they were selling $10 tickets to fill up the stadium to have a watch party there.
Easily done.
Easily done. A friend of mine tried to get us tickets to this, went on Ticketmaster, sent me a screenshot of being in the queue at number 66,000. Obviously, the arena can't hold anywhere near that amount, but it just goes to show you that there is just such a large urge, such a large want from fans of this team, from Caniacs, to be there for this moment for these guys.
Very much so. And I know somebody who actually did end up spilling out into the crowd. So you were not at the Lenovo Center inside, but you're outside watching for Game 6. And that's when they won it all. That was just Talk about a moment. That
Very
is a
cool.
moment for you.
Absolutely. You know, and I can admit that I am very much a bandwagon fan. I really started paying attention to these games, to this series back at the beginning of the playoffs, end of the regular season, and really just kind of fell in love with the culture. A couple of my friends brought me out to a couple bars, watch parties to watch this. There's the Stanley Cup there in our live shot as this parade gets over here. But it was just extraordinary to be able to be a part of the watch party outside Lenovo Center when they ended up winning the Stanley Cup, because I was really able to get a good sense of just the type of culture that this team attracts. Again, it's what other thing in our state can unite fans from Duke, Carolina,
Right.
and NC State?
Or not even that. I mean, say if you're just really not a hockey fan, this is something that football fans are watching, basketball fans
Absolutely.
are watching, you know? This is something that everyone can get behind, because this is really a matter of, we are so proud of North Carolina, and so this just is an example of showing off our pride.
And Boyd, think about the domino effect that this will cause in the years and decades down the road. I mean, think about how everybody is still talking about the 2006 win from the Stanley Cup. That was 20 years ago.
Right.
Think about how this will help really improve and grow the fan base. And think about all the people who are at this parade today that will, in 20 years, still be remembering and talking about this moment.
Right, and this is such a momentous day that's putting North Carolina on the international map. People are watching this parade and saying, wow, look at those fans. Look at the elation. Look at that excitement. And look at all the people who support and love this team. You know, when we see a sea of red, that's a sea of love, too.